Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today it's a 1979 Kennedy half dollar. This one right here, of course, is the Denver one. And at the Denver Mint in 1979, they made 15.8 million. So not a lot. This coin in an MS65 is worth $13 to $15. So that's pretty good. Just because the Kennedy coins aren't really expensive coins as you go along. But 1979 was really the last year. 1979, 1980 were the last year that they did big productions of the Kennedy half dollar. It's such a big coin, and I think that's what why it doesn't get used much. If we look at it compared to, say, the U.S. quarter, it just dwarfs it. And it also weighs a lot more. So if you have a quarter, like a regular quarter, here's one of the newer ones, the 2022 design, it's so much smaller, so much easier to use, and it kind of makes it sense that you wouldn't want to use the 50-cent coin. The 50-cent coins weigh 11.34 grams. They're kind of big in your pocket. You can't tuck them in as easy as quarters, and so people just do not use them. And in fact, the U.S. Mint does not use them even. They've stopped making them except for special mint sets. So you can still buy them at the Mint. They haven't made over 10 million of them since since 2001. They haven't made over 10 million of them since 2001. One of the things we talk about a lot in coin collecting is what a failure the Susan B. Anthony dollar was. Now, of course, the Susan B. Anthony dollar also gets dwarfed by the Kennedy half. But the Susan B. Anthony dollar, I think they actually have made more of those than they did the Kennedy halves. They made 757 million of these in 1979, and this is the first year it came out. So when you take all the Susan B. Anthony dollars and then you take all the Kennedy halves since 1979, we've made a lot more Susan B. Anthony dollars than we have Kennedy halves. And so even though this is seen as somewhat of a failure, I think one of the things you could say is the Kennedy half may be even more of a failure in terms of getting people to use them. The coins, they never really made it into the vending machines very well. At least the dollars went into the vending machines. Now, other countries have done it differently. You may be aware, but the United Kingdom has one called the 50 pence coin. And this was when it first came out, the 50 new pence coin. And you see it was about the same size as the Kennedy half dollar. Well, they figured out in the United Kingdom a couple things. One is that this is a whole lot of metal. And so if you can make it any smaller, it certainly would be cheaper for you. But they also figured out that people just didn't want to use them. And so they made us smaller. This is the 50 pence, the small 50 pence. And you can see that it's significantly smaller. It's bigger than a quarter, but it's smaller than, way smaller than a half dollar. And so United Kingdom actually made their coin smaller. I don't remember ever doing that in the United States, but maybe in the 1800s they did take some of the coins and make them smaller, but we haven't done that for a while. Canada just started with a smaller one. So here's the Canada 50 cents coin, again from 1982. And the Canada 50 cents coin from 1982 is much smaller, much easier to use, weighs much less. And you see this one, you think, oh, it's silver, but it's not. It's nickel. They just don't do the copper sandwich thing that we do. So what does the Kennedy half look like? Well, it says Liberty on the front above Kennedy's head. His hair's kind of obscures some of the letters. In God we trust in front of him. In God in front of him we trust under the truncation of his neck. GR for the Gilroy Roberts engraving right there. There's the D down there. The D's are exactly the same size as the ones on the quarter, so they look really tiny when you put them on a half in 1979. This is a nice coin from an uncirculated mint set. On the back of the coin, we see it says United States of America, E pluribus unum here, 9 stars above the banner, 4 stars down below it. And this eagle just looks great. Look at the feathers on the neck, just the detail in the face. This is a nice half. You see some little scratches here, but those come at the mint. Way down here we see an F and a G, and that's for Frank Gasparo, who was the engraver of this coin. The eagle's holding an olive branch on this side, arrows on this side, and we have 50 stars going around the inside of the coin. $50 it says at the bottom. This is was made at the San Francisco Mint, at the Denver Mint, and at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint will have no mint mark on it. At Philadelphia in 1979 they made 68 million, and at San Francisco they made 3.7 million. And the San Francisco Mint, that's the one where you have the two different types of coins. If you're looking for coins in 1979, try to get the proof set, because that's the one that is more expensive and has a couple different variations to it. In fact, if you can get one of the proof 50s, the type 2, that coin alone is worth $18. All right, well, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'll take a look at some of our other coins that we brought in today. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section.